What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? My name is JeffLightsYJr. here with the Black Boss Channel and Victor Formation. Thank you guys for tuning in. We have a special guest today, Mr. Isiah Kendall. Isiah, how's it going, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Hey, I'm pretty good, man. The latest, one of the most recent Jackson State football commits. He's going to go play for Coach Prime down there at 1400 Lynch Street. Isiah, how's it been since you've been committed to Jackson State? How's it been for you?
It's been good. A lot of JSU fans showing a lot of love. So
Yeah, I mean they definitely do that, and they loved every bit of your commitment, every bit of you going to go play for Coach Prime. But before we get more into that, let's talk about your football history, man. Who was the first person to kind of put a football in your hand and introduce you to the game?
um, I well, honestly, I grew up in a football family, so it was really just. And I first started in fourth grade, and I've been playing ever since. And I was going to quit my. I was planning on quitting my sophomore year, and but my family was talking to me and still telling me to play with my cousin for my senior year because that's what they all been wanting. So I decided to give it another go. And right after that, because I really didn't take football serious, I was more of a basketball player, if anything. And I decided to play that my sophomore year. Once I played, I got my first two offers, and ever since then I've been taking it serious.
Now let's talk about that, man. You said you almost quit, like you're a Division I football player now. So to hear that you actually almost quit playing ball, like what was happening there that time that made you want to quit?
Uh, just everybody talking to me, telling me, everybody really in my head was like, "Oh, you a basketball player? You a basketball?" Yeah, at the time I was playing basketball, so I'm like, "Okay, y'all probably right." So after that, I was like, "All right, let me take basketball serious." I played AAU a couple years, but once I got my first two offers, it was just like, boom, yeah, I'm done.
Now, are you pretty nice on the court like that? Like, are your skills like that on the basketball court?
I'm all right. I mean, I, I'm all right. I wouldn't say I'm all right. I'm all right.
Wait, the JSU fans are happy that you decided to stick with football, man. Well, let's talk about that sophomore year. You said you blew up and got those first two offers. What was it about your sophomore season that you were able to really, go out there and do your thing on the field?
Right. My sophomore year, that was really my breakout year. I got a cousin. He had committed to Memphis, and
Mm.
everybody looked at us as he the football player. I'm the basketball player, and they never looked at me as a football player. So I really feel like my sophomore year was my break. I was the lead receiver as a sophomore. I had like over 700 some receiving yards and leading touchdowns, and I just had a great year that year.
Now, let's talk about recruiting a little bit. You said you got those first two offers. What schools were those?
University of Kansas and Middle Tennessee State.
So you got some pretty big offers to be your first two offers, man. I mean, everybody can't say that. A lot of people get like these lower level D2 schools first or like some JUCO schools, but to be a sophomore, that's pretty nice, man. Well, let's talk about recruiting. When did Jackson State, when did Coach Prime get involved in your recruiting? Because you had they had some competition to get your services for sure.
It was like a couple. I want to say sometime in the middle of the school year. We coming straight into off season. That's when they really started like hitting me up and started noticing, like take notice in me and stuff. And right after that, they had offered me, and the coach has been hitting me up ever since, checking in on me and stuff. And then I went on a visit up there, and I loved everything about it. And I talked to the coaches after the visiting, and I was just talking to them, telling them how much I love the place and stuff, and thank you for having me. And
Hey, that's awesome, man. Now, from your state of Arkansas, now Arkansas isn't really known as like a big, football powerhouse, but they got some studs down in Arkansas. How was it you able to really rack? I mean, you racked up some pretty nice offers from, and I think your top three ended up being Arkansas State, Indiana, and Jackson State. What was it about, getting your tape out, and how were you able to get that exposure to get some of these great offers?
um, what really got me the exposure was playing 7-on-7 for Arkansas.
Mm.
Really got me out there. I posted my season highlights on Huddle of my sophomore year, and a lot of coaches took notice in that, and I like posted it on Twitter. And I want to say I went to two camps that summer. I went to Arkansas Razorbacks camp, and I went to Rivals camp.
And that helped. That seemed to help a lot, man. Because, like you said, you had some really good suitors. Now, before JSU got involved, did you know much about what was happening with Coach Prime at Jackson State, or what was kind of your knowledge of that?
I knew, like, I knew about JSU. He went there. I knew that they was trying to make it. I seen that they had got the number one recruit and stuff, and like honestly, I really wasn't worried about all that, like all that big time stuff. I was just like, I'm the type of player, I worry about like, I don't care like how big the school is or what the school got and this and that, but I'm the type of player who care about like my relationship with the coaches and like if I really love the school or not. That's the type of player I am. So honestly, I knew what was going on at JSU. Is just I was just like trying to see what fits me best.
Absolutely, man, and that's the best thing about it, Isaiah. That is a good mindset to have. Now, as far as Jackson State, as far as like they've got a lot going on, as far as being the leaders in the push for HBCUs and the push to get high level players like yourself to come to their school, and not just their school but other schools. What did that mean to you, or what does it mean like just for you to be able to be a part of that eventually after after your senior year, to be a part of this HBCU movement that we see taking place across the country?
Oh, it means a lot. I see a lot of like lately after I committed, I've been seeing a lot of like 3 stars, 4 stars committing to HBCUs. And honestly, I really just feel like HBCU is the move right now.
It is definitely the move, man. It is definitely the move. Now, going into your senior year, what are you looking forward to? It looks like you're at a gym right now. You just got a workout in or something. Like, what are you looking forward to develop and make your game better going into your senior year?
Working on getting low, and because that's what I had trouble as, with being a tall receiver. Working on getting low, working on my routes a lot too, and how to like working on moving better and getting loose and stuff, and just like really just staying low and getting stronger in the weight room a lot too. So.
Now, being a receiver, like you said, a taller receiver, what are some of the strengths of your game? What is something that you are able to bring to your high school team and then eventually be able to bring to Jackson State for those who haven't seen you play yet?
High pointing the ball, jump balls.
Hey, Isaiah, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Oh, now we can. Oh, sorry, we missed that part. Can you repeat that for us?
I usually come down with it 9 times out of 10. Being a big receiver, jump balls really, and really just going up to get the ball.
Yeah, man. What was that?
I said so. They really has that's really my advantage of playing.
Yeah, I mean, looking at your tape, man, but you showing off some speed on there too, man. What is it about? Yeah, you showing off some speed. I mean, you was going out there and doing some dudes dirty, but you was also showing off the speed when you get the yards out the catch after making some of those plays. What is your what is a better? Let me give you a scenario. What is a better feeling? Is it to leave somebody in the dust at the line and catch and go 60, or is it to go high point and score a touchdown over somebody? Which one do you prefer and why?
Honestly, I like both, but if I had to choose, I'd probably say leave somebody in the dust because people really don't look like, with me being tall, people don't really look at the fast type or nothing like that. Like usually when they see me run, they'll usually be shot. They're like, "Oh snap! I didn't know you was that fast." Or that's I'm like, I got a little speed on me, so for me to be a tall.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. When it comes to football, when you're out there on the field, are you a trash talker, or are you somebody that kind of just lets the game come to you? How do you play when you get out there?
I'm really I mean, it really depends on what game, but I'm usually the type of player who let the game I let the game come to me, and once I make that big play, then I'm talking the whole game after
that. So once they let you get one, it's over, man. You gotta let them know.
Yeah, I got to talk.
Now, what are some of your goals this up? You still got a senior year, man. What are some of your goals individually for yourself before you head off to Jackson State, but also for your high school team? What are some of the things you expect for yourself to accomplish and the team to accomplish this fall?
Well, honestly, of course, make it to state. That's what every player want. My goals are just to make the state and have at least 1,000 receiving yards or more my senior year to finish it off and get all state.
Really. Now, is it kind of like a relief to know where you're going to go play ball at after going into your senior year, to already have that commitment and stuff done? How does that feel to already be done with that, the recruiting process?
Honestly, yeah, it is a relief. I don't worry about who's looking at me or worry about who's he working this and that, knowing that I'm committed, I can just go into my senior year, knowing that I'm going somewhere or knowing that I'm getting my education paid for and I can run my education. So honestly, yeah, it is a relief.
Man, that's something that we don't talk about a lot, man. When football players get these offers, man, you are getting your education paid for. What was that like for your family to know that Isaiah, I don't know about everybody else in the Kendall family, but Isaiah is going to go to college for free. What was mom, pops? What was they like after hearing that and seeing you get that offer and make that commitment to JSU?
They were real happy about it. Especially my mom, been through a lot, so it was like it was like real relief for her to see me do that and stuff. And I mean, when I got my first offer, she was there. She was the one there crying and joy. So yeah.
Hey, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. Now, I know you still got, your whole senior year left of high school, but what is it that you're looking forward to when you get to Jackson State and playing for Coach Prime and being there with the guys that are already there and then the guys that, that'll make up the class of 2023 with you? What is something that you're looking forward to?
I'm really looking forward to working with the guys and just learning from the older class and learning the college life and like getting the college feel and like just learning how everything is.
Now, are you excited about like actually attending? I mean, obviously we got football. Football is its own thing, but actually in attending an HBCU and getting that HBCU experience, is anything specific that you're looking forward to as far as that goes?
Uh, Nothing that I'm looking for as right now, but like I am excited about attending the HBCU. That's what I can say. I remember like 2 years back, then I got a real close friend, and he was talking about it. He was just telling me like really crazy because like he was like you going to look having no you offer me, so he was like you're going to the HBCU. I was like I haven't got an offer from an HBCU school. He was like they're coming. He said I'm telling you, you're going to HBCU. He was like enough said. I was like, I said how'd you know that? Because the crazy thing is he was my Pee Wee coach. Like he just come to high school his senior year, and he was like helping us and coaching around and stuff. And he was like our Pee Wee coach, and I'm playing quarterback. He going back and forth with the coach. He's like he's a receiver. He's going to be a receiver. And it was like he was like playing like basically my whole life. He was like you're gonna be playing receiver. You're gonna have all this and that. You're gonna get offers and da. Receiver. He's like I'm telling you, receiver is your position. And then they moved me to receiver like the next year after that, and I really didn't like it. I was really going to go back to quarterback. Receiver, and after I got my first offer, he was like one of the first ones to call me. He was like, "I told you, what I tell you." And I'm just looking at him laughing. And then once I got to HBC, he said he called me again. He said, "What I tell you?" He was like, "I know this." And he actually one of our coaches now. Like he actually helping around the team now for high school now.
Hey, that's awesome, man. Hey, you sound like you need to keep that dude around. Steve, tell him make some more predictions. Tell him throw in a state championship in there. You're gonna win a state championship. I'm positive affirmations. That stuff seemed to work. Throw state championship in there and tell him, hit the lottery too. Why not throw that in? Right. Hey, man, but that's awesome, man. Hearing that, it makes me want to go into my next question. Who would you say is your biggest supporter when it comes to the game of football? Like, who is someone that's been there and it continues to support you, and how have they been able to show that love to you throughout your process of playing this game?
Well, my family, of course, those are my biggest supporters. But honestly, and like besides my family, the main one who really stands out is I had to say Maurice. His name Maurice Killingsworth, the one I was just talking about, who did everything for me. Like he was with me from day one too. He was always rocking with me, so I gotta say him.
That's awesome, man. That is awesome. Well, Isaiah, just a few more questions, man. I know you still got a whole senior year of high school left, but have you thought about something that you might want to major in, something that you want to take up when you get to college? Has that come across your mind? And if so, what is it?
You said what?
Like that you might want to major in, like as far as picking a major when you get to college. Has that come across your mind? And if so, what major you might want to take up?
Probably exercise science, and I want to be a physical therapist. So probably that.
Okay, what makes you want to be in the PT game and the physical therapy game?
I just been like I seen a couple of them. I was like that wouldn't be something bad to do, as a career. So I was,
Absolutely, man.
and I asked one of them about it, and, you know, I questioned them, and they was like, "It's not a bad job." And I asked them like, "What did all they do and stuff like this?" So it sounded like something I like. So.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Now, Isaiah, I'll get you out on this, man. Just if you have a message to the JSU fans, obviously you still got work to do down there in Arkansas. You still got a state championship to go out there and win. But for the JSU fans, you know, when they see you come in the fall of 2023, what can they expect from Isiah Kendall?
Just to really expect the dog. Like I'm the type of player who's really hungry and like who actually like wants to prove himself to everybody and just really just a dog. Like
Absolutely, man. Once again, this is Isiah Kendall, one of the most recent Jackson State football commits. He's going to go play for Coach Prime next year. Still got some work to do down in Arkansas at his high school. Hey, I appreciate you taking some time out of your day. Isiah, man, best of luck to you. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you next time.